What if all the nitrogen disappeared?
No worries. At least I have my burgers.
Forget it. Our atmosphere is 78% nitrogen. Together with oxygen and other gases, our atmosphere exerts a huge pressure on our bodies. While breathing, this atmospheric pressure helps squeeze out oxygen from our lungs into our blood. So, without nitrogen, atmospheric pressure would drop, thus reducing the amount of oxygen entering our blood. Also, air in our sinuses exerts an equal amount of pressure to balance the atmospheric pressure. However, low atmospheric pressure will create pressure differences, leading to headaches. Without nitrogen, number of free unstable oxygen radicals would drastically increase in our body, leading to damage of our DNA, thus increasing the risk of cancer. Lastly, nitrogen is an essential component of our DNA, RNA, and even chlorophyll, the pigment which helps plants prepare its food. So basically, without nitrogen, there would be no life on Earth. What if all the mountains disappeared?
Some clones would take their places.
Nah. Earth's solid surface is made up of several tectonic plates. Mountains are formed when two tectonic plates smash into each other. Now, if mountains disappeared, then tectonic plates would also have disappeared. With the tectonic plates gone, hot mantle below would take its place, thus making it impossible for us to even walk. With no mountains, the lava present in them would flow and spread to the surrounding cities. Global ecosystem would also get disturbed as mountains possess a great variety of flora and fauna. As glaciers on mountains are a source of water for many rivers, no mountains means those rivers would dry out. Also, since mountains change the direction of winds and block rain clouds, there would be catastrophic changes in global weather patterns. Lastly, without mountains, we would not be able to paraglide, ski, or enjoy river rafting. What if all insects disappeared?
No worries. I have their photographs.
You might think insects are inconsequential, but the reality is, without them, there probably would be no life on Earth. The first life to get affected would be plant life. Most plants in the world are angiosperms, that is, flowering plants. Without insects pollinating them, plant life would gradually disappear. Gradually, birds and mammals feeding on plants would also disappear. Further, insects are food for many birds, frogs, reptiles, etc. Without insects, they would also start dying. Then, animals eating those animals would also start dying. This would ultimately lead to a domino effect, finally wiping out the top of the food chain, that is, human beings. Also, don't be surprised if you suddenly see a lot of dead things everywhere. This is because insects are decomposers. Without insects, decomposition process would take much longer. What if all mosquitoes disappeared?
They have not disappeared. They have gone to a party.
Oh, some. Firstly, mortality rates would be greatly reduced as malaria and dengue fever are caused by mosquitoes. Malaria is responsible for more than 400,000 yearly deaths. Secondly, as mosquito bites will no longer be an issue, many people will sleep peacefully. But there are more than 3,500 species of mosquitoes. Only a few of them rely on human blood for survival. Many of them feed on nectar from flowers as well as fruit juices. So, their disappearance might affect the environmental balance. Firstly, as many species of mosquitoes pollinate flowers, pollination would be affected to an extent. Secondly, as mosquitoes are a part of daily diet of fishes, lizards, and frogs, they might go on a hunger strike. Also, all the mosquitoes disappearing will be very bad news for the entire mosquito repellent industry. What if the moon disappeared?
Some the Great will start shining and take its place.
Some. Firstly, our nights would definitely be darker. Due to this, night predators like owls would find it very difficult to hunt at night. But this would be great news for stargazers as there is no interference from moonlight. Secondly, as the moon's gravity is no longer there to hold the Earth, it would rotate faster and thus our days will be much shorter than 24 hours. Craters on Moon are a proof that it has protected Earth from thousands of asteroids and comets. This no longer will be the case. With the Moon missing, tides in our oceans will be much smaller as only Sun will slightly influence them. Changing tides will also influence the global weather patterns. Finally, Moon's disappearance might tilt Earth's axis drastically, causing extreme changes in seasons and climate.